All right, K-Rock, Mid-Atlantic Rock Review's Army Rock Show. I'm here with the guys from Seasons After. Manifesto is still floating around out there. We still love that record, guys. Welcome back to the show.
Hey, Rocky, great to be here.
So you guys are on the Lost in Space tour. So the first thing I want to ask is, why Lost in Space? Where did that come from?
I think it came from. I did not quiz Dawson on this, but we called our old touring vehicle the Spaceship, and so we've been having all these problems of getting out in space and things breaking down and getting lost, and I think that's kind of where it comes from.
Yeah, I think
unfortunately, we keep getting lost, but we're.
Oh yeah, we're in the black hole of Satan space now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So yeah, it kind of applies to that, man. Our spaceship that went down in January, freak accident, ran over a mattress and totaled the whole thing out. So
you guys can't catch a break with the touring vehicles, can you?
It's been brutal.
And we have a new one that's not this one that's in the shop already.
Yeah.
So it's been crazy.
So talking about touring stories and all, what was the deal with the cliff diving adventure, man? What was that all about?
That was actually Dawson's his home, I guess his home area, where he was born and bred, and he wanted to stop in there and hang out. And those cliffs that we were jumping off of was stuff he was doing like when he was a kid. So we got to go and relive that with him, and it was cool to see where where Dawson comes from, do the deal with him.
So there was video of Jimmy in this quote in the studio. Anybody want to elaborate on what that was about?
What's that? The leading, the jamming?
Yeah.
Oh, nothing special. I just want to throw some stuff out there. Just working on some leads from some of the album and stuff. Wanted to put it out there online so people will check it out. Soloed out.
So, Manifesto, my favorite tune is Fighter so far from that record.
Right.
What is the biggest hit off of that record, and is it different on radio than when you play live?
You know what?
Man, it's hard to say, dude.
From what I gather from the fans, the two that seem to make the most impact off the album would be Falling. I think it has like the most spins and the most stuff online, but then when we play live, it seems like Through the Rain seems to be the one people
like that one.
Yeah, they react to that one a lot. They react to World Gone Mad a lot too.
Yeah.
But.
And we really haven't, like this record, it's been out since I think November, but we don't even feel like we began really pushing it like we wanted to because of what we were talking about, different vehicle issues and slowed us down. And we're kind of getting our footing back up under us with all that right now. So it's really hard to say what is the song or whatever, because we're still trying to cram it down people's throats,
Yeah. And there's two good albums out there too. There's the stuff from the last album. People want to hear it too as well. So
yeah, thank you.
What's your favorite to play? Like each of you? I mean, because you got different takes on it.
Through the Rain's my favorite live song.
It's either that or World Gone Mad, just because it's got a throwdown in it, and I enjoy a mad, nasty throwdown. And, I get off on that kind of stuff. So I'd say we're gonna split between the two, Through the Rain and World Gone Mad.
Yeah, totally.
So here we are at Rockfest. It's kind of the night before, and you're looking around. So tell us a little bit about getting booked on this gig and what tonight was like.
It was awesome. I mean, look, you can go and you do the club circuit like we do over and over again, and that is really where the battle is of getting people in. And I mean, sometimes you play in front of 15 people, that stuff happens. Tonight was that night that we get that little, it's kind of like heroin or something, man. You're like, okay, so this is what we enjoy doing.
Right.
What did you say a while ago whenever we finished? You said something
This
about...
is what it's like to be a musician?
Yeah, that's what he said. So that's what that's like because the adrenaline's pumping and it's a lot of fun, and you'll push yourself a little bit harder. And, you don't. We try to push hard, but this right here brings it out of you.
Yeah, and really, you only get to, being a musician on the road, you only get to be a musician for 1 hour a day. The rest of it is communicating with your fans, working on the bus like Tony does all the time.
Man, all kinds of stuff.
All the other stuff, counting all your merch, keeping up with your numbers. So to have a show like this and to be at the Rockfest was an amazing experience.
Yeah.
Talking about merch, man, like I watched, I tried to back off, make sure you had plenty of time. You guys did well tonight, didn't you?
Yeah, we did. We were excited, and luckily we had, we're an independent band, so we do everything ourselves. We carry no crew, we do everything. And two of they used to be fans, but now they're friends. They just showed up, come and helped us out, and kind of helped relieve because it could have been chaos over there.
Oh gosh. When it's just us five there and people start coming and we're like,
sign this, where's a marker? Sign this, where's a marker? Hey man, take some money. I mean, it gets crazy. So they helped us out a lot,
So people that see you can get a VIP experience. Why don't you tell people about what the VIP experiences are and what they can get and how they get them?
You can go to seasonsafter.com, and basically you can come hang out with us before the show. We do acoustic tunes, usually like 3-4 songs, and that's a whole different experience with us. We take what we did tonight and completely tone it down, and we've added a bass player in the last, year and a half, 2 years, and that's one of his childhood friends. So they've been jamming together forever. So it's, it's created a vocal thing that's starting to happen that, it really gets kick-ass when it comes into the acoustic stuff, So
everybody gets to work on the 3-part harmonies and that kind of thing, which we enjoy a lot.
Yeah. Now, catch people up on the lineup that maybe haven't seen you in a while. So there's been some shifts over the years, so give people the rundown on the lineup, the current lineup, you guys be in the stables.
I'll let you run it.
There's me, Jimmy, who plays guitar. Tony is our singer. We got
That's
Dawson.
me.
Yeah. We got Dawson, who's the granddaddy, the OG, the originator of the band, who's the other guitar player. My boy Ryan, who I grew up with playing since I was 12 years old, is our bass player for the last 2 years now. And we've recently picked up a guy named Jared, who was in a band called Black Box Warning. And we want Jared to stay really bad. I think Jared's going to stay, but he's our drummer for now and hopefully forever drummer.
He did a great job.
Yeah, I think it's the first time I saw him play with you guys. I made note right away, man. Good guy.
He's a talent. He's a talented
good drummer
dude.
on stage.
Yeah, very talented.
We're waiting for him to be like, I'm staying. Usually it's us running somebody off, but it's a little bit different in this situation.
So, being the road dogs you guys are, it looks like you're out pretty much through August. What's going on after August with you guys? Are you going to be writing more, touring more, staying on the road?
I think we're taking about, 4 or 5 weeks off?
Yeah.
Because being independent, you got to go home and you got to keep home going.
Yeah.
And so, you take advantage of that 4 or 5 weeks to go home, make a little bit of cash, get everything together, and we have another tour up, from what I understand, is already booked up. So
I think it's with Another Lost Year.
Oh, sweet.
Favorites
Good
of ours.
friends of ours. Yeah, man, we love those guys.
I hope we can get to one of those shows.
They
Oh, yeah.
recently just got jacked in St. Louis for their gear, unfortunately.
I saw something, or you told me about that, and I was like, no way.
I'm from the St. Louis area, and that place is a trap.
Yeah.
For sure. So bands, beware. They're going to jack your gear.
Yeah, so we're just going to try to keep moving and keep going. That's all we know to do. We've taken, I guess some would say the hard road, but we feel better about owning. And you and I have talked about that. It is hard, and like some of those days you wake up and we're all kind of looking at each other like, what the hell are we doing, man? But
Is it worth it?
it is worth it.
Nights like tonight make it definitely worth it.
Now, do you guys write while you're on the road? Because you're on the road a lot. Or are you one of those bands that takes time off, goes somewhere and writes, or is it just floating around?
It's been crazy.
It's kind of a 24/7 thing. I think everybody just writes all the time. You're riding down the road, you're driving, you hear a chorus, put that thing on your phone. You know what I mean? Later on when we sit down, we throw it out.
There's never really like, all right, let's all sit. The only time we ever did that was when I first joined the band, probably 6-7 years back, and we wrote a shitload of music.
40 or 50 songs.
Yeah, it was a lot, and that was the only time we actually sat down and said, this is it. And then whenever we took a break, he went crazy at his house and wrote all kinds of stuff, which is a lot of the stuff from Manifesto, and just really piled that stuff in. So I don't know, man, you just do it when it happens,
Yeah, I think we all write in different ways and at different times.
Yeah.
And whenever someone says, hey, you got an idea? Someone always has something in the back. We're like, well, I got this thing I was thinking about, So, yeah.
Seems to work for you guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, are you a natural frontman? In other words, to us, you're a natural frontman. We watch you play. You're a natural up there. We think you're a great frontman. Give us a little bit of the musical history. Is that you from the start? Were you always a singer? Did you play an instrument, or how'd you get out there?
Well, I started out on drums in high school, and then, like snare drum and the toms and all that deal, marching band.
Yeah.
And I wanted to play guitar, but bad thing about me is I figured out the singing was easier, and I just kind of started sticking with the singing, and it's been like a big learning process. I know that I've grown. I know that he knows I've grown over the past 6 years or so, just kind of more comfortable with it or whatever. But I wouldn't say I was born like that. You just keep working at it. Just
He's
don't
a
quit.
closet guitar player, though. He does. Nobody's around. He just sit there. Well, and no matter who's around, I just sit there and play guitar for 7 hours straight. I'm gonna play this thing.
Keep working on it. Keep working on it. I love it to death.
Yeah.
So what's the next big thing for you guys? You know, we talked about the tour. Where do you want people to go to find your music, and what do you want them to come see next from you guys?
Well, you can go to seasonsafter.com, iTunes, all that kind of deal. But like if you go to our website, you can order a CD if you're into that deal, which is a big thing for us because no one is taking that cut since we own and create everything that we do. Even our production is all in-house. So every dime that comes to the band goes towards wheels breaking off going down the highway. True story.
Literally.
True story. But every dime that comes at us, like anyone that bought a shirt tonight, we're not writing a check to anyone else and you know, going that direction.
And we're not sticking it in our pockets either.
No.
We invested all back into the business. I mean, it's nobody's business for me to say this, but I'm gonna put it out there. If we're lucky, we'll pay ourselves $100 on 5 or 6 shows. We literally put every dollar back into the business. So if you buy anything from us, a VIP package, come hear us play acoustically, anything, it all goes right back into the band, right back into the business.
Well, we've enjoyed following you guys from the first time I saw you, so thanks so much for being back on the show. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Appreciate it very much.
Always a great show.